any question that you want to ask us? Before we hit our fan question, we want to ask you, is there any questions for us?
Let's get to the fan question and come back to that.
Okay. So, fan question time! And today is very special because we have a live question from an audience member. Go ahead, audience member.
What signs?
Which is Calista's daughter.
What signs in a relationship should you recognize when a relationship may be becoming or already is toxic and you may need to let that person go?
Okay. All right.
I like
signs?
this.
What signs are we looking at?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna go first. So sorry.
Yeah.
I've been drinking. First of all, I've been drinking, and I don't none of that. So whatever it is you're doing right now,
Right.
I don't like it because I felt it. The Lord put His hands on it. I don't like it. Okay. So I think that you should go. The first sign definitely is the energy, right? So you have in any relationship, you have this energy, you have this feel, right? This general, and it's really hard to explain. It's just this general way that you feel without any action. So like no action, no nothing. It's just this general way. And I think the first sign is that energy changes.
Yeah.
And you start to feel like uneasy. And like there's this like anxiety, but it's not like frontal anxiety.
It's like subconscious.
Yeah. It's almost like you're sitting down, you're relaxed, but it's like this nagging feeling that something is off or something is missing.
Yeah.
And that is the first sign that your relationship is starting to change and conversations need to start happening.
Yeah, to branch off what you're saying is, I feel when you don't have that can't wait to be around you feeling.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a couple days and you're okay with that. Like, you're not, like, missing that person. Like, I feel like that goes along with that energy.
Yeah.
It's like, it's been a couple days. Usually I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to see him, can't wait to see him, can't wait to see him. And now you're just like, nah, it's okay. I'm going to go hang out with my girls.
Yeah.
If you want to hang out with your girls more than who you with, that might be a sign.
Yeah. I think another good sign, it has to do a lot with yourself and who you are. When you start noticing that you are changing everything about who you are and your core values and who you are fundamentally, that probably is not the best person for you.
Yeah.
In a friend, in a relationship, just in general. Because people around you are supposed to uplift you and be that better person, that better half for you.
People are supposed to bring the best out of you.
Yes, and so when you start to see that, you've got to hold your breath, or you're like, I got to do this real quick because those might be signs that this might not be right for you.
Yeah.
In a relationship with your friend, same thing, in a relationship with somebody that you're with. Because that balance of being with somebody, it should be we are elevating each other each and every time we're doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally agree with that.
I agree with that.
I'm like, so energy levels of being around that person, not having those butterflies, if you want to call them, ready to be around them again, and just losing
who you are.
Losing who you are. Because, for my personal experience, I should have knew the signs with my toxic relationship when I lost interest of doing volleyball. And I love anybody that knows me knows I love volleyball, and I lost interest. I didn't even want to do it anymore. It's because I'm too drained from my relationship that I don't even want to do things I enjoy anymore. You lose interest in your everyday enjoyment. So yeah.
And it's hard. It's a hard thing to step away from that comfort level.
Yeah.
You're so comfortable around this person, and it's like, oh God, well, I mean, maybe it's just me, but it's never just you. If you, kind of like Ricky said, when you start asking these questions and you start going backwards in your mind, you gotta just make those hard decisions to say, hey, something's off here.
Yeah.
And figure out what you need to do to continue to make yourself better.
Yeah.
Because you cannot make anybody else happy if you're not happy.
Yeah.
I cannot stress that enough. Like, you have to be in a place where you are able to love. And you can't love anybody if you aren't right with yourself.
Yeah. That's absolutely. I mean, it sounds cliche, but it's true.
You
Yeah.
know,
But
Lauren
so-
Hill
so
said, "How you gonna win?
How you gonna win when you ain't right within? How you gonna win when you ain't right within? How you gonna win when you ain't right within? Come again. So to tie it back into what we were talking about earlier with the whole toxic thing is you know, you have to have that communication with your part. If you start to feel this particular way, you need to have that communication. You need to see how they react to it. They may be feeling the same way and they're not saying anything. You may both be feeling the same exact way about each other, but if one doesn't voice it, no one's going to step into that conversation.
Right.
And it's the same for friendship.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we've had a conversation about that where sometimes.
Ignore my text, yeah.
Not even talking about that one. Sidebar.
It stings.
Where you have a friend who's doing something and you're just like, okay, why does this person keep doing this? Like, why does it? And you don't say anything, and then it builds, and next thing you know it, all this extra stuff is added in there, and now it's blown up when you just should have had the conversation.
And we're both Aries, so we both do the same similar things.
Scorpio. I'm just gonna say, what are you doing?
Right. So it goes back to that communication, just being able to communicate effectively and in a positive way.
Yeah.
That
with no malice.
Right.
Don't come with the conversation with malice.
No blame.
No blame. That's important.
Yeah.
Right.
It's an open, honest, freeing conversation to
exchange
let it all out.
Yeah.
To just see, you know, how the other person feels, and then. And, you know, it may just take that one conversation to change that whole relationship around. I mean, I believe in change.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen overnight. It has to be something that's worked towards together. It's not one-sided. You have one person working towards a goal that the other one's not working towards. It's never going to happen.
Right.
Never going to happen in the right way. So does that answer your question?
It does.
Great. Is there any follow-up questions?
No, I think that's about it.
Great, thank you.
Well, thanks for being our live guest today.
All right. All right, guys.
So back to a question that I have for you guys.
Yes.
Okay. So, you know, thinking through this whole communication thing, was there ever a situation where you felt like you didn't handle it in the best way, communicating, and if you could change that, now that you've reflected on it, what would you have done differently in communicating with that person?
Is this sip and tell again?
Okay, I have no secrets.
All right, so thinking back on a situation that I could have handled better. Oh man, there's so many. I told you, I've had different levels of being toxic.
Well, let's wrap it up. Like, what would you say is the biggest thing you've learned that you've now taken away when you communicate?
I actually listen more. That I had a big problem of actually listening to people telling me what's wrong. Like I actually take that information in, and I'm laying in bed trying to sleep, and now I'm going over this thing that you've said to me, and I kind of analyze it in a way that I didn't do back in the day. Like I used to just I listened to half of what you're saying because I knew I was right. So, I mean, but now I actually take what you say, process it, and then I'm a very well-rounded thought process now. I see it from my point of view, your point of view. If there's another third party, and I look at it all different types of views, upside down, around the corner, and come up with my opinion on it. Because usually now when I come to someone and getting their opinion on,
it was like in my nose,
and getting my opinion on something, I've already had this process in my head. I just want to see what you say to see if I'm on the right track now. You know what I mean? Just to see if what I'm thinking is valid.
Right.
So.
I mean, I have definitely done it. I'm a firm believer of the astrological signs.
Mm-hmm.
And so in Scorpio, we become very vindictive.
Yes.
Very, we don't do hurt well. And we have this little stinger. I like to just, destroy lives. So I have destroyed a number of lives. And was it called for? No.
Oh, right.
And now that I'm older, especially with my first, and maybe that's a story I'll tell on another day when we have much more stronger.
That would be Conversippin with some liquor,
So
right?
yeah, so like my first, I really did horrible, evil things too because I was confused and nervous and scared of what I was feeling. If that makes sense, I was feeling so many things, and it was so new to me. It was so like just, it felt so good but so wrong because, and then so I didn't know how to deal with that. So and I was young, and so like the only thing that I could revert to, or the only thing I could relate with was anger, and I lashed out in a very non-healthy, very toxic manner. And looking back, I would treat that better. I mean, going back to our conversation, because that really is just more of a, I didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
At this point, I didn't feel comfortable, and before that was fine. But then we reached there was just a head where I began to not feel comfortable, and I should not have felt like I had to be ashamed of that.
Yeah.
And now also I should not have done what I did. But,
Well, at least you know.
but again,
now.
no, yes, and we have well, I don't know about reconcile, but I have apologized
And you've evolved.
to said person. I've grown and I've gained pearls. I'm not wearing them today. But
And and sometimes the person won't ever be receiving of it, but I think it's important that once you get to that point where you realize what you did, that you say what you need to say, because it's a healing process for you. We hope it's a healing process for them. For some people it won't be because it's too much.
Yeah.
But at least you recognized it and you were able to go back and say, hey, here's what it was. Take it for what it is.
Yeah.
And sometimes that person just won't receive it, and that's okay.
And that's
but
all right.
You
but
need it for
you needed to do it for yourself.
Yeah.
And you've grown from that, and that's what's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So great question, Calista.
Hey, wonderful.
I like that question. Anything coming up in your life? Going on?
Oh, well.
Shameless plugs.
I mean, I have a little story to tell you before or after. Which one you want?
Let's go with before.
So recently, I don't know what's been happening, y'all. I said, whoa, girl. My dreams have been so vivid. Vivid dreams that I remember.
Bro, we out of one.
I know. we almost out of time too, but we gonna get this through. I promise you. My dreams have been so vivid lately, and you can ask my roommates. Because the other night, I was dreaming. I was in a house with somebody. Don't know who that somebody was. It was burning down.
The house was burning.
The house was burning. The house was burning down, and the smoke alarm was going off in my dream. And then it started going off in the house.
Was the house on fire?
No, nothing. All three of us came outside of our rooms at the same time because the fire alarm was going off. No fire anywhere. We all looked at each other, and then it stopped.
Do you think your mind made it go
Oh, wait.
off
First of all, no. Let's make this disclaimer. His house is haunted.
Oh my gosh!
No. Brock's house is haunted. I don't know what Indian bed.
You've been there and you felt.
No, I've seen. He showed me the evidence.
Yeah.
He's got receipts. And so I don't know what burial ground or the stuff that has been in there. Now, what I will say,
let's bring a Ouija board in and talk to the ghosts, Brock. We can do that on your next episode.
This is a Ouija board.
I am a connoisseur of the other
Ouija
world.
without me, because I ain't Ouija.
Gonna do this.
I seen that movie, and I die first.
If he's
I die first.
if he is projecting and making things happen in your dream, that means he's connected to you in your dreams, and now he's making stuff happen in real life. Like, we need ASAP. This needs to happen ASAP.
Because I don't know who I was with in my dream.
It might have been whoever your house is buried on.
I don't know. It was very weird. And I had to
We're going to call him Teddy for right now.
I had to message Tyler the next day. And I was like, Tyler, I said, was I dreaming or did the smoke alarm go off last night? He was like, no, you weren't dreaming. I was like, okay, cool.
Stay tuned, y'all.
I was like, oh, snap.
The haunted episode. Oh, we'll do it around Halloween, too? When, like, the
She's
lines
trying to bring everything out.
It's like, you all about astrology.
I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna see. You're gonna see my fine ass getting up and getting in my car.
Oh my God, no, but that's like crazy.
It was crazy.
I mean, like, how many of you guys have that? Like, you hear these stories all the time. Like, guys, send in your stories. Let us know what you did about a house that was haunted. Like, for real. Like,
What she said.
We need
Literally.
to know.
I told him to move.
But no, I thought it was interesting. It was crazy. All right, but enough about me. You.
Okay.
What's coming up with you?
Oh, well, I have a wedding that I am starting to plan. Woo! Engaged to the most wonderful man. Just took me 39 years to figure it out.
His photo is going to appear right here where y'all can see him.
He's uber sexy.
Yes.
Yes, but yeah. So shout outs to Chris who will be doing all of my wedding arrangements, and
Chris Batts.
yes.
Hey, baby.
I knew his last name, but just, the wine. And all of my flower arrangements. I mean, guys, like, I think he's doing a wedding today. Like, their
He
wedding
did
season
too.
is back in sweet. That's right, I saw that. So please go check him out. We'll hashtag it here, and it will pop up here too. As
It's actually
well,
going to be up in the description, but yeah.
right. Our good friend Juliana.
Juliana Batti. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Owner of the Victorian.
Yes. If you have not seen it, please check out her page. Go to her site. Not only do they have a gorgeous place for a wedding, but she does beautiful photos. For a while now, and we'll be doing my engagement photos, so I'm super uber excited.
And she may be a special guest here coming soon.
Yes, and super gorgeous. I mean, like, guys, for real. But anywho, yeah. So that's what I've got going on. I am planning for a wedding, and really excited about it, because as anybody who knew me, I never thought I would get married. So hey, it happens when it's supposed to.
I can't wait to get married, but I can wait because I have been waiting. So I'm gonna wait.
That's okay.
I know that was like a rip-off.
But it's okay, because Brock will be all up in our wedding. Yeah, please look for that video. The dance videos, the flash mob, the speeches from him. Yeah, I can't even. Yeah. That will be fun.
I'm just gonna be
Drunk.
and I might sleep with a few groups.
I'm okay with that. Matter of fact,
It might happen.
when we finish, let me show you Nick's best friend's picture.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
have a wedding, Lisa.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome. We're super excited for you. I definitely can't wait. So
Yeah. When is the actual wedding day?
Oh, October 23rd, 2021.
Yes.
That date,
And
remember
engagement
that.
photos are in 2 weeks.
In 2
So that's
weeks.
exciting.
Yeah.
And I will not overdress the bride.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
I'm gonna try not to.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. Are you wearing a train?
Of course.
Okay, I won't.
I mean, tiara and everything.
Hopefully I'm going to be in the wedding somewhere.
He is. He is. We're getting the groove boxes
I
and
feel
stuff
like I've
together.
been working on this.
Oh, we were last week.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I can't do it. I can barely do it without opening my mouth
What?
or tilting my head. It's like,
Well, thank you so much, Calista. Calista.
Oh,
Calista,
wow.
I don't know why.
the wine. The wine.
The wine. It's very strong.
Yeah. So, this has been great.
This has been
Well,
amazing.
oh, God, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah.
And until next time, the Halloween edition. See you guys then.
Oh, she's already planning her second time on the show.
Halloween.
It might just be Conversippin with Brock and Calista that night.
Right?
Rafik
We'd be
was
like, Rafik.
bye.
Right?
Bye. It's I see Ouija, I go. No, but no, this has been great. You've been a great first guest.
Thanks.
I know we've had like an episode with a trainer, but he wasn't a guest. We were actually his guest. So
A
he
great
allowed it-
episode. If you guys hadn't seen it, go see it. It's a great episode.
Yeah, there's
It is responsible.
yeah, they're actually. I just got the full length videos, so there might be blooper reels from that coming out.
Ooh. Oh my.
Because I said some off the wall things while we were there.
You ain't the only one.
All right. Well, anything last to say or?
No, I think it's good. I think, again, I'm grateful to be here, and I'm so happy to have you guys in my life. So yay!
Stop it, you're gonna make me cry.
Well, okay. So we can let's end it that way. It's like yes, we've known each other for, like you said, a multitude of years.
Multitude.
And you know, and not saying it was a consistent friendship.
No. it
Like
really
we
wasn't.
met a few years. She was my boss, actually.
Funny story.
Funny story. She was my boss at a car dealership, and then like after that we kind of didn't talk for a while, but then we reconnected at a time.
Over movie tickets. Really?
Yeah.
It was over movie tickets.
She likes free as much as I do.
Yes. So Brock had some movie tickets and was like, hey, does anybody want to go? And he posted up there. I was like, yeah, I'm free. Let's go. And then we started going to these movies whenever Brock had free passes.
Yeah. Yes. And that's how our friendship blossomed into what it is today, and I'm so grateful for that. She was with me through times when I needed someone through difficult times, like 3 years ago. So it's been great. So I appreciate you as a friend.
I appreciate you always, Brock.
Yes.
I'm gonna text you back more often.
Remember how she said she's lied before? She's telling the truth right now that well, no, I'm telling the truth that she gonna lie again.
I can't say anything.
Because she is an example of another one that doesn't text
Life
back.
gets busy.
I have 2 women in my life that I text all the time and never get anything back.
And you think you're like, okay, I gotta respond.
I'm like,
to
I'm
this,
gonna
but then something
respond.
else happens.
And then a penis comes through, and I'm like, oh, it's a penis.
Oh my gosh. Well, you get the live action one.
I do. Like a lot.
She does.
That luxury.
Yeah.
We have a standing penis.
Right.
Well, I'm on my side of wine, so we got to exit out, y'all.
Okay.
Well, it's been a great conversation with you this week. You've been a pleasure. And I guess we're going to see you in October. Yeah. Good. Well, I'm Brock.
I'm Rafiq.
And I'm Calista.
And until next week,
Be safe
and
and
converse
converse
with
with
your
your
besties.